Hello, Dustin, and welcome to the King's Court. Alright, so, I got for you something a little special. Now, as we're recording this video, EX7 drops for us today in the West. So, a lot, and not only that, the structure decks. So, we're going to be seeing a lot of change going into the new meta. But another thing I wanted to bring up, and why I'm doing this deck profile today of all days, two things. One, it's my birthday! Woo! Yay! Yeah, it's my birthday, and not only mine, it's the channel's birthday. It's been 2 years to this day, pretty much. Almost to this day. I think we're about a couple days off, but give or take, 2 years since we started Golden State Kings Gaming. So, anyone who's been watching our channel, no matter how long you've been watching, whether you're a newer, older subscriber, thank you so much for staying with us this far. We're really excited for the future of the channel. We got a lot of plans going forward. So if you want to see any of that, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. And just thank you so much for any of your time. Even if you just watch our videos occasionally to get like a deck profile or something, just viewing our videos just makes us really happy. So thank you so much. So I wanted to update my BlackWarGreymon deck because the first two, if I remember right, the first videos I uploaded on the channel was my BlackWarGreymon deck. I've been playing the deck consistently since then. I mean, not even consistently, pretty much almost exclusively, because I've said it before, I'll say it again. Just like in our Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, my favorite decks of all time is Heroes and Yubel. My favorite Digimon is BlackWarGreymon. Always has been, always will, till I'm gonna be honest. So I wanted to update the deck because it was one of the first deck profiles we did here in the channel. So it's kind of like a mini tradition. So I'm going to go over the deck beat by beat and give like a few reasonings why I'm playing certain cards right now, because the deck is a little more teched out right now, because unfortunately even though EX7 just dropped, we unfortunately in the West, we still got to wait till December until we get two very important cards. Agumon Bond of Bravery Ace and the red scramble cards. Well, the scramble cards in general, but for this deck specifically. So, we got a while, but I wanted to update the deck anyways. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know what you think of EX7. Are you excited for this upcoming format? And let me know what deck you're going to be playing for this upcoming change, because there are a lot of new decks that are going to be coming out. The new hybrid cards, shoot, I can't, all the, what are they called? The new structure decks, tons of stuff. So let me know in the comments of what you're going to be playing. And like I said before, thank you so much. And pretty much before I go celebrate my birthday with my friends, gonna go cruising, gonna go see my pops, I want to go over the deck, and that's pretty much everything. Thank you so much, and let's get to it. So, just like always, gotta start off with Digitamas. Now, these days, is it me, or does it feel like a lot of, like lately, matches in the games are going a lot longer these days. So, I'm pretty much gonna start playing 5 eggs always. So, I'm still sticking with this Koromon specifically, due to the fact that the way BlackWarGreymon works, you want to raid and attack over your opponent's Digimon thanks to Metal Greymon BT8. So the fact you want to draw immediately after, because there are going to be times where you're deleting your opponent's Digimon and you won't always actually be able to how can I put this? It's like you'll delete their Digimon thanks to Hades Force and stuff like that, but primarily you want to draw as soon as you attack, because since you're still playing the X antibody, breaking is always a thing, let's be real. So there's a chance that you could be attacking, you don't have the card you need, but thanks to your Koromon, you could all of a sudden draw Metal Greymon X or something. So immediately you could still Digivolve thanks to the X antibody. So instead of having to wait for the security attack to go through. So that's why personally I still prefer playing this Koromon. But you could legit play this, and as well, you could just max out BT14 Koromon as well. I'm also playing the 5th Digitama. I'm playing this one because, again, it feels like lately a lot more so than usual. Matches are lasting a lot longer, so there have been times where I completely almost ran through all my Digitamas. So I'm gonna start maxing out at 5. Again, though, this is a player preference. You could easily just one thing I actually consider doing, maybe like cutting like one of these and playing like 3 and 2 of this, or even vice versa. So, or again, you could easily just max this out and play one of these. It's all up to you, really. So that's all Digitomas right there. Again, player preference. All right, time for the rookies. Just like last time, I'm still running 2 BT14 Agumon, and I'm still playing 2 BT5 Agumon. Now, if you haven't seen any of my other deck profiles in the deck, the reason I split this in half, because usually you see people max out on BT14 Agu, but the reason I played this is because anyone who's played this deck will know that there are times you just open up and the only rookie you open up is like your Agu X or something, and you don't want to play those. You want your BT14 Agumon to be the one in raising. But sometimes you can't always control your hand. Sometimes you open up like, let's say hypothetically, you open up your Agumon, one of your BT12 Agus or something. So you gotta sacrifice it because you gotta start raising up your Digimon in the raising area, and then all of a sudden you draw into this, and there is no worse feeling than that. So that's why I'm still playing 2 of these. Although I'm gonna be honest, I'm definitely gonna be cutting this for Red Scramble as soon as we get it. Man, I can't wait for that card. Plus, I'm going to be also, there are times where I just opened up too many of this card. So that's why I decided to split it to 2 a long time ago. But again, definitely going to be switching out for a Red Scramble. Okay, but unlike that, you got to play for BT12 Agu. Always got to max this card out. This is pretty much the best Agumon in the game still. And to go with it, maxing out on 4 Agumon X. Gotta always max this card out too. No ifs, ands, or buts. You gotta search your cards, and the fact you can Digivolve on top of your regular Agumon makes it even better. So that's the entire rookies right there. Alright, time for the champs. I actually cut down BT5 Greymon. Beforehand, I was actually maxing this card out, and it's still an amazing card, don't get me wrong. And you could also even play the structure deck Greymon if you want to get a little more damage in. But I prefer this because even more so now than beforehand, Magnamon is still a thing. And don't forget, we also got the new hybrids coming into the game. We also got all these new crazy decks. So DP is really big right now. So the fact I still play this card because over the extra security Greymon, because I want that high DP number, especially with the next card I'm running, but I'll get to that one in a sec. I'll go right now. I finally got 2 of them. 2 BT17 Greymon. Now, this card's been a bit of an interesting one because it's really like, I was a little bit unsure of how many to play because I wasn't really sure, but the more I playtested this deck, I playtested against channel member Michael, every one of my locals, when I've been able to actually play online. 2 seems to be the right number. I was trying it out at 3 and even 4 at one point, but that was way too much. So 2 for this deck is just perfect. And you gotta have your 3 Greymon X, and RIP. Someday we'll get him back. So this is pretty much, I think, might be the best Greymon lineup, in my opinion. But again, you could always adjust it. That's the cool thing about this deck. There's so many different Greymons, you could really just pick and choose which ones you want to play. But these are the ones I'm liking the most so far. Alright, time for the Metal Greymons. Still running 2 BT12 Metal Greymon. Probably still the best Metal Greymon right now. I was playing 3 at one point, but it clogged way too much, and I really wanted to make room to still play 1 BT8 Metal Greymon because there are still tons of times where my opponent may get something really big on the field and I need to de-Digivolve them. And the ability to be able to attack unsuspended Digimon, especially since, as soon as with the new Liberator stuff, with the new Liberator and D-Reaper deck, we're going to be seeing that deck more here in the West. So this was always my answer to that deck back in the day when people were still playing it. Just attack over it, boost up your Digimon, and attack over them. So would still keep this card. I might even have to put it back to 2 as soon as that card comes out, because again, people really underestimate how powerful it is to attack over people's Digimon. Still run the one Altarius. Really comes in handy if I don't open up Greymon X or if I don't see it. And because of, again, like I said, the D-Reaper stuff and all that, and because we're still dealing with Magnamon and DP is still a thing, and oh my god, don't even get me started on Tyrant Kabuterimon. For the record, if you want to see an updated Tyrant Kabuterimon deck, go ahead and check Channel Michael's latest deck profile on that. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I decided to switch out and start playing 3 BT9 Metal Greymon. Now, this is legitimately just for the power boost. The extra security is good, but that extra 3,000, because think about it. Usually, one turn is all you need. So, you can get your BlackWarGreymon X with an extra 3,000, and plus, don't forget, 1,000, let's say you have the Agumon, you have BT12 Agumon, that's an extra 4,000 right there, combined from your Tai Kamiya, that's 18,000 right off the bat. So I would not honestly cut. I'm really experimenting with this one, but the fact that you can get your Digimon to such crazy high numbers is really necessary right now. And that's it actually for the Metal Greymons. All right, time for the big guys. Still, I decided to cut down to 2 BlackWarGreymon X. Mainly because, one, I decided to start, I'll go over that when I get to the options, but there were too many times where BlackWarGreymon X sadly clogged my hand, and I needed more search cards, so. But 2 has been working out really good. I like this, actually. This card is becoming a lot more important, again, thanks to all the hybrid stuff that's going to be coming out, and as well as, what's it called? The Crossheart deck getting new support. BlackWarGreymon, I feel like might really have a chance to shine again, thanks to being able to delete Tamers. I'm still running Gaiamon, would not cut it. Some people I know really don't play Gaiamon anymore, but the ability to be able to swing at your opponent with big numbers and 3 security thanks to the Metal Greymon X is something super necessary. Plus, like I said a million times, you could easily steal games with this card if you have the X antibody. Your opponent's down to 1 security, go into Gaiamon, X antibody, Omnimon X right there, and you just steal the game. So there are tons of times I've done this, so I would not cut Gaiamon personally. Still running the 1 more Greymon raid really comes in handy for those high numbers, especially right now, like I said, thanks to Metal Greymon. So attacking over Magnamon is not really that hard right now. And I'm still running the Omnimon package. Oh shit, sorry about that. Although, that's the interesting question that we're going to have. Eventually, I want to make a full video talking about how the Agumon Bond of Bravery Ace card is going to affect the deck going into the future. But we're still a good way off from that. Again, we don't get that till December. Right now, we're in late September. So we still got some time. We still got Spooky Month to go through. By the way, has anyone else been seeing Christmas stuff sold in stores already? Is it just me? I swear I'm already seeing the grocery store stock up on holiday cookies. Am I the only one seeing that already? I swear. Let me know in the comments if you've seen that in your store, if you're in your local stores already. But we still got a couple of months, so we still got some time until December. But I'm really excited for those cards. But eventually, we're gonna have to think about what cards to cut, and the Omnimons. That's, again, it's a conversation later on, but, something to think about right now. And that's it for those. All right, time for the Tamers and the options. Still rocking 2 BT12 Tai Kamiya, that extra 1,000 plus getting a memory back and setting a blocker, really necessary. This is something different. I actually decided to go back and start playing Cool Boy again. This is because, like I said, thanks to the Red Metal Greymon, you actually don't gotta pay a memory to Digivolve into Metal Grey X. Unlike the other Metal Greymon we're more familiar with. Again, love that card, but thanks to this, you can easily just play Cool Boy and gain back tons and tons of memory. So, and this card's actually really been coming in handy, especially in games where go Agumon, Agumon X, search, and then use this, get a memory, get draw. Really useful, honestly. And that's actually all the tamers. Really, you at the end of the deck profile, I'll go over a couple of cards you could switch or even play instead. Still running 4 offense training. Would not cut this. This card is just, let's be real. Until we eventually get, even if we did get Greymon X back to 4, this card is super necessary. I think I would still max this out of 4. The card that pisses off hybrid players. I got a couple of friends who watch the channel who play hybrids. They know who they are. The card that pisses them off more than anything. Started running 3 Hades Force. My friends are trying to convince me max out of 4, but right now I'm liking 3. This is the easy deal with big Digimon when your opponent swings your security, as well as to deal with, like I said, hybrids, the new crossheart stuff, these these tamer based decks. Oh, Blue Flare. Blue Flare got some crazy stuff. So to deal with those, Hades Force at 3. 2 red memory boost, you gotta love it, and 2 X antibody. And that's all the options right there. That's actually the entire deck right there. I've been playtesting this deck a lot, and I'm really liking this build. It may seem really techy, and it kind of is, but that's the cool thing about it. It's a player preference. You could literally just play what you want. This is the build I'm enjoying the most right now. So really quick, I want to go over a few cards that you could play. If you don't like the Cool Boys, you could easily just go back, and if you don't like the Metal Greymon X, you could easily go back to the Virus Metal Greymon X. I love this card, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie, this is actually my favorite version of Metal Greymon X in general. But I'm really enjoying this more hyper offense build. So that's actually why I replaced it with this one for right now. For right now. Although it's really based on the metas. You know, you go back and forth. It really depends on what's being played right now. Another thing you could play if you decide not to play that one and you want to cut the Cool Boys too, you still could play Yu Yakuga. You could even still play the Black Tie from the structure deck. Another card I've actually been experimenting with, and it's good, but it's really hard to cut corners. If I were to, I probably maybe would actually cut out the Cool Boys and go back. Like if I were to, and I might actually play test this over the weekend. I could go back to this Metal Greymon instead, make it the deck a little more, tanky. That way I could just, get rid of my opponent's stuff and then attack them and then burn them for a memory still. If I were to do that, I think I would also play the Digimon Emperor, which now that I'm saying out loud, that's a good idea right there. I might really got to test that out, so I'm definitely going to try that out this weekend. But right now, this is the current build I'm using, and that I'm really enjoying right now. But like I said, if I make any changes to the decks, and if I'm able, and when I play on my locals, I'll definitely get some recording done. And if I do well there, I'll definitely come back with an updated deck list. So that's pretty much the entire deck. Thank you so much you made it this far. And like I said, if you've been watching for a while, thank you so much for the last 2 years. Making videos has actually been really fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of fun, and that's actually why we do this, because we love talking about the games we love here on the channel. And honestly, just seeing everyone's feedback has been really motivating, and we're really excited for the next video for everything we got planned going in the future. So that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good weekend. Take care. Bye.